Alright, health. This is their bracket. Alright. Hello, YouTube, and welcome to my car. You are now petering around in traffic. This is going to be the first of many installments of a vlog that I'm going to host. I've never done this before, so don't expect any amazing production value or gripping conversations. I'm basically just tired of being in my car alone, so join me. So, what are you going to get out of this vlog? Well, if you've never been to California or dealt with Southern California traffic, we're definitely going to experience a lot of that together. I've been here for just over 3 months. I am a field technician, so as you can imagine, I do a lot of driving. At the moment, I don't do as much driving as I was. Got a fairly large client. Spend a good amount of time at their location, but I may have an appointment here and there in the afternoons. But before, I used to do 3 appointments a day, you know, going all the way from Escondido all the way down to Chula Vista, you know, and places in between. So I've quickly familiarized myself with the etiquette of Southern California traffic. I say a lot. That will happen. We're just going to talk about lots of things, you know. I mean, lot to talk about, I think, an expression of ideas, you know. We're on the internet, so why not? Let's talk about some stuff, you know. Am I gonna be a goofball? You betcha. Am I gonna make a fool of myself? Yup. Am I gonna have some profound things to say? That's all up to you. But I just kind of always wanted to do this. There's the ums again. Hey, motorcycle. We'll talk about lane splitting. That'll be a whole video in itself. But we're just gonna, you know, kind of talk about stuff. I'm geared towards cars and IT stuff. But we're just gonna talk about, you know, kind of things going around in the world. Nothing too politically charged. Just because after this last election, I'm kind of over it all, honestly. And I just kind of want to share my experiences, you know, and hear what your experiences are. Don't be afraid to make a reply video or comment, you know. If you think I'm being really dumb, you know, that's cool. Comment, like and subscribe, maybe even share, you know, like, hey, look how foolish this guy is. Ums again. Stop. I've been doing test footage for like a week now, and the ums just keep coming, so I might just have like an remix, you know, after, you know, I've got enough. I've probably had like an hour's worth already of just ums. Motorcycle, it's like I see that S1000 double R every day. It's just amazing. And I think there's another one that usually pops up not too far behind that one, unless I've already missed it. But anyways, there's going to be other conversations about motorcycles as well. That's something that could potentially happen as well, doing some Southern Californian moto vlogging from the seat of a motorcycle. I used to have a motorcycle when I lived back in Maryland, but kind of had to give it up when we moved out here. It was just going to cost way too much to transport correctly. When I say correctly, you know, by an actual transporter, not me trying my best to tie it down in a pod and hoping it makes it. Because I didn't even secure that pod myself. I had a great group of friends that did it for me while I was still packing stuff up. And we'll talk about the relocation as well. So, a lot of things to talk about, you know, and I've kind of kicked these things around for a couple months now, honestly. And they're actually old ideas from about 2 years ago when I first wanted to start a moto vlog. It was just, I don't know, a lot was going on, and a lot's happened in the last 2 years, and we'll kind of talk about that and how I've changed and why I feel it's for the better. And maybe, you know, it'll apply to you, and maybe you'll see it as motivation. Maybe you'll hear the stuff that I had to do and you'll be like, nope, don't want to deal with that, and move on to the next thing. You know, that's okay. I'm a big believer in listening to other people's stories and, you know, at least, you know, taking their word for, you know, what their experience was and what they've gone through, you know. If I think it's total crap, you know, I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna do this anyways and see what it's all like. And then if it kind of goes down the track, like, yeah, I kind of heard about this kind of sucks, so no. Another might just get like an counter at the bottom of the screen or something like that. Maybe it'll be a drinking game. That'd be fun. Yeah, so another this is going terribly. That's okay. So that's essentially the introduction to this. And I wanted to do an intro just so you knew a scope of, you know, what to expect from this. A lot of folks that I've reviewed will kind of just start posting videos and then slowly getting into the motovlogging thing. I'm kind of doing a different approach. Nothing's wrong with the way you guys have done it. Not criticism for me. Literally my first video that's going on the internet. But I kind of just want to lay that out. So we're going to talk a lot about cars. We're going to talk a lot about computer stuff, general topics about what's going on in the world. You know, and kind of just personal experiences. Done a lot of personal development over the last 2 years. And I think it's changed me for the better. It's not the person I expected to be, but that's okay. I am totally content with that. I'm happier now. Gone through a lot of mental stuff over the last life. But I think I'm on a track where I want to be. So, and we'll talk about that stuff. I don't want to get too heavy too quickly. I think that'll be something later on, you know. If the audience wants that, then so be it. I will be very transparent and you can see exactly what's there. And I think that's something that's lacking in the world is transparency. And everybody tries to put on a show of, oh look, I can do this and do that. But they never talk about all the work that goes into it. And there's a fine line between going way over a topic that's for another video and talking about it in your intro. But I think it's a good thing to talk about. I'm not going to swear too much on this. I'm going to at least try not to. But I think there's a lot of... Everybody sees the baby at the end, but nobody sees all the work that went into making that. I'm not trying to get pornographic here either, but that's kind of what a lot of this is going to be, is talking about that and the dedication. I'm not whining or saying, hey, look at me and all the effort that I've put into this, you know, because we've all done it. It's just nobody, well, some people talk about it, but I don't think it would hurt to have another voice out there to talk about that kind of stuff. So I'm not here to be your life coach or anything like that. I just kind of want to tell you the stuff I've experienced, you know, and you know, if I can help some folks out, cool. I'm not certified in anything, so don't take me as a professional of anything really. But you know, sometimes it's good to hear somebody else's experience and get some ideas. And I think it's, you know, a good thing. So we're going to spend a lot of time on the 805, sometimes going north, sometimes going south, depending on how bad traffic is and depending on if I have a topic to talk about. I'm going to really try to keep the channel